Hey guys, it's Andrew Murray here. I'm sitting here with Greg Napier, one of the leaders in network marketing, as I see. Someone that just has a tremendous amount of leadership, a lot of influence, and definitely someone that you want to follow. So I'm just going to ask Greg some questions here. So Greg, how did you get started first in the network marketing industry?
Oh, Andrew, that's a great question. I got started way back in the early age of about 19 years of age in California. Didn't know much about network marketing. I was looking for a job, and I answered this ad in the paper. And I went to this swanky little hotel, and they were talking about what I come to find out years later, Amway. I'm like, Amway, what is that? So fast forwarding later on, I just didn't know what network marketing was, and so I took on a traditional job. And then as time went on, I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, so I pursued it again later on, probably about 20 some years later, and started with another company called XL Telecommunications. Oh my goodness. I followed these guys all over the world, didn't make any money. I think my highest check was about $2 or something like that. Then I said, you know what, I'm tired of this stuff. This network marketing stuff don't work. It's garbage. And so I went back to working and started doing some other things, and lo and behold, somewhere around 2009, I met this young man online that pretty much changed the way I looked at network marketing ever again. And it's been a wonderful ride thus far with network marketing. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to give you the short version. I don't want to give you the long version on a video. So I wanted to give you the short version. I skipped over a few things, but that's the gist of it. And now I like network marketing because now I'm getting some training. Before I was just winging it and just doing whatever.
So when you were with Amway, do you sign up back in that early career?
No, I
Okay.
didn't sign up with Amway at all.
All right. I just gotta check.
No, did not sign
Can't
up
fault
with.
me for asking.
Yeah, I didn't sign up with Amway at all. I didn't find out that it was actually Amway until a year later when I joined the Marine Corps, and I got out, and the guy was talking to me about this company that sells soap, and I said, that sounds like that company I went to look at. And that's how I found out about Amway. So that was my first real taste of network marketing, if you want to call it that.
Okay. So as you moved into doing, some more of this network marketing, what kind of skills do you think are really important to be successful in network marketing? What does someone need to have?
You have to be. One thing I would think that I've learned thus far, you have to become a great listener. That was probably one of my That's probably one of my biggest downfalls, is not listening, talking too much. So a listener would be good. That's the reason why we have two ears and one mouth. So you have to become a very good listener. So you can learn, if you can listen properly, and that's one of the things I've been working on, and I'm seeing it starting to pay off more. As I listen, I can absorb more and I can concentrate, and then the situation becomes a little bit more relevant to me when I listen. I would think listening for me, and that's a good tip I can share with someone, is to learn how to listen. Don't talk so much. That comes along with me learning how to listen, so I can actually find out what the problem is, because basically that's all we are as entrepreneurs, is problem solvers. Listening to what the situation is, assessing it, and solving it.
All right. So let me ask you about a little bit about leadership. When did you start developing yourself as a leader?
Wonderful. I actually I thought I was a real good leader up until I met this wonderful man that I come to find out called Cedric Harris. I thought that I was a great leader until he pointed out some things that I needed to work on. And once I started working on those, one of those he told me was to take out the word that's not a word called. Just always stay in the moment Is not a word. So when you find yourself getting ready to say, don't do that, pause, count to 10, think about it, then talk. So that was before I met him. You know, I thought I was a great leader, but since talking to him over the years, since 2009, I would say that, you know, he's really brought some things out in me as far as integrity, my character, and I'm trying to display that with the people that I come in contact with.
All right, well, this weekend, right now, we're in Miami, Florida. Tell me a little bit about what went on here, and I mean, why someone who's just watching this video should care about that.
Wow. To sum it up in one word, I would say focus. That would be the one word I could, of all of the things, because a lot of times we go to the events, those that attend the events, and we get all this different information, and we try to assimilate all of that information. So what I would say, the main thing that I took away from going to is to stay focused. Grab a little bit. Don't try to do everything all at once, you know, because you don't want to turn your brain into mush. So just take a little bit and just do a little bit each day until you can you know, because you're going to take it back to your team, those that didn't attend. You're going to try to, you know, give this information to other people. You're going to try to gather all this stuff. Just take one piece bit by bit and just stay focused on it and just go day by day. And eventually it'll all start coming together and it'll make sense. But if you try to go out and try to do everything all at once, your mind will become mush, and then you'll be like, wow, what was I supposed to tell this person? I know Mr. McClendon talked about one thing, doing things in intervals. You know, why do we go in this room and then figure out, well, what am I here for? So just stay focused and try to do little pieces at a time.
All right, well, Greg, I think you're a tremendous leader. I know you have a lot of people in your downline that depend on you, and you know you've really been an inspiration to a lot of those people and help a lot of people. So I appreciate that, and thanks for sitting down for this little interview.
Hey, it was my pleasure, actually, because this is my second time actually coming in contact with you. We always talking by way of phone and things of that nature, and we first met in Kansas City. And there I am saying that word, You probably didn't catch that.
Oh, I say it all the time.
But I know, but it's okay. And so now I'm saying, well, you know, this is my second time meeting Andrew, and I'm really honored that you took the time out to ask me the questions that you did. Look forward to doing a lot of great things with you and your wonderful wife and my little friend Jack.
I appreciate
from Canada.
That. I appreciate that. Thanks, Greg. All right, so Greg, in relation to what we're here for in Miami, ViSalus, I mean, personally, I think a lot of people really just don't understand why ViSalus is such a different company from all the companies out there, how they're playing on such a different level. But I want to get your perspective, right? Because you're someone that's been in the industry, that's been a student of the industry, and has been a leader in multiple companies. So, what's going on with ViSalus?
If I can say one thing that I've gathered over this period of time, ViSalus is not just an ordinary company. And when I heard that the first time, it didn't dawn on me for a while. It's not a company, it's a movement. And when I kept hearing that, I'm thinking, a movement, what do you mean? And so as time went on, I was like, because every event that I go to, I'm listening. They're doing different things that are cutting edge each and every time. Like this event here in Miami was extremely totally different than Kansas City. And the one before that in Atlanta. And it just keeps getting progressively better. I mean, each time when you think that they can't do anything better than they did before, I mean, they just blew it out the park right here. We got so many. They came up with a new product that's just off the chart. Innovative ways to market yourself on Facebook. I mean, to me, with me not knowing that much about what's going on, they're beyond the cutting edge of social media, just the whole climate, the community, just, and the list just goes on and on and on about this. You know, ViSalus is just amazing.
So you would say first and foremost, it's really about the innovation
Yes.
of ViSalus.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about Nick Sarnicola, Blake Mallon, Ryan Blair. What makes them different from, you know, the people that are leading other network marketing companies, in your opinion?
Well, I can only base it off of what I've experienced in the last 12 months of being with ViSalus. So I can't really base it off other. I could. I can say that they're very approachable. I almost couldn't, but I've had the pleasure of sitting down with all three. I know, and some people who are looking at this video will be saying, well, who's Greg and how is he going to be able to sit down with the owners of a company? Well, because they're approachable. And if you check my channel out, you'll see I have a video with Nick Sarnicola. I have a picture with Ryan, and I have a picture with Blake, because I attend the events. These guys are approachable. And I was having this conversation with a real good friend of mine named Chris Burpee, and we were talking about this in terms of, you know, these owners. You can't hide genuine from event to event. You can see it in their eyes, and most people with any kind of wherewithal about themselves can tell if someone's trying to just fake it. You know, these guys are just straight genuine, and you know, they're showing it. I mean, they're approachable. You can come up to them. They don't run away from you. You wouldn't know they were the owners unless you actually paid attention to what was going on, because they blend in with everybody. So I would say that sets them apart. And today, when I looked at all three of them sitting there on the stage as they were closing out the event, you could see the passion and just the belief that they had, that they genuinely do. Like Nick said something that was very interesting. We know how to make money. We can make money anywhere, but we want to do this. That just spoke a lot of volumes for me. So, you know, that's my take on the three co-founders. They're just awesome. I hope that answered your question, my friend.
Oh, perfectly.
Okay, great. Anything else?
No, that's perfect.
I like interacting with you. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just live too far away.